Good evening, people. I think most of you probably know me by now, and for those who do not, my name is Bill Weir. I'm a foot soldier in the English Defence League, Newcastle Division. This is my own personal view, my own personal blog, if you like, my own take on things. It's not meant to represent any official line or anything. I'd like you to remember this date and place. It's coming very soon. The 2nd of March 2013, and the place is Manchester. This is the date when once again the English Defence League, along with other groups, take to the streets in a fight against radical Islam. Now, I know some people have work commitments and some are under court bans, sadly, and some are suffering financial restraints. To those I say sorry. I know you can't be with us, but I'm sure in spirit you're with us all the way. The UAF and their Muslim followers will be out in force. We need to show a united front against them. We need to stand together to stop the uncontrolled expansion of mosques and madrasas. After all, that's where the hatred against our way of life is preached. The grooming of our children is a national disgrace. It's been covered up for far too long, and we need to put a stop to it now. We need to arrest and imprison all those responsible, and after serving their prison term, we need to remove them from the United Kingdom, back to whichever shithole them or their ancestors called home. We also have to force central government to understand our frustrations over the known terrorists who, for some unknown reason, we protect from justice in their homelands and other parts of the world where they have committed acts of terrorism. Every day we hear of more atrocities which this evil cult is responsible for, and it has to end. Without exception, every country where Muslims gather in large numbers, war and death just follows them. Their so-called prophet told them to wage jihad against the infidel, to subjugate every non-believer. Your women will become sex slaves to the Muslim scum, and you will be a slave or dead. If you don't believe me, do your own research, and then hopefully you'll wake up to the truth. Our governments are guilty of failing to protect the people of this once great country, and because of that failing, we the people must stand firm against the evil known as Islam. Our borders are no longer secure. The Labour Party over many years allowed the influx of hatred. In fact, they encouraged the tide of evil. We are the laughingstock of the whole Western world. We not only protect the scum, we pay them to abuse us. This trend has to be reversed. The door needs to be closed and repatriation should be introduced. Our way of life used to be the envy of the world, but everything that is great in Britain is stretched now to breaking point. Our housing, schools, National Health Service, they just cannot cope in this time of austerity. And still our government seems unable to understand the frustration of the indigenous population. So I hope you will join us in Manchester and tell the powers to be, loudly and clearly, not in my name. In years to come, if you fail in this challenge, will you be able to look your daughters and granddaughters in the eye? That's if you're still alive, of course, to see that their enslavement to the Muslim filth, who will just abuse them sexually and pass them around like toys. Already in the United Kingdom, the Muslims are introducing Sharia law. And in a lot of our major cities, it's got to be said that they have been quite successful in doing this. Muslim areas in the south, the mosques are running court systems in which females are classed as half the value of a man and treated with contempt if they try to resist. The so-called honour killings and physical attacks are on the increase, and our government turns a blind eye all in the name of cultural sensitivity. Well, the EDL will not remain silent. We will expose the terror inflicted on British citizens by those evil clerics who preach hate against us. Every person in this country should have the protection of our law and not some backward-thinking ideology. Together we can and we will make a difference. But to do that, you need to leave your keyboard behind and join us on the street. This is the only way. All of that said, I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible marching proudly against Islam in Manchester and the many other demonstrations which will be held this year. Once again, no surrender, brothers and sisters, ever.